have a little singing, a little talking, and a little blessing. That's going to happen now for the next 15 or so minutes. In that time, if you can put yourself on mute unless we ask you a question, that will help to make sure that the people who are talking can be heard. And also, if you haven't done so already and you're able to change your name to your grade plus your name, that will help us then to put you in rooms. After we finish with our closing ritual, then we are going to split off into rooms with your teachers and all the students who are gathered here for 30 minutes or so of final class, and then that will mark the end of our year of upper school, which is sad to me, but I am grateful to you all for being here. So I think that is the plan. If there are no other sort of announcement type things, if again, please mute yourself and turn on your camera so we can see your faces. Please sing along even though we can't hear you, and Cantor Simmons is going to get us started.
Okay, so it's really important to be clapping at the right moments so that I know you're paying attention and so that we can all feel this together. So I think you probably know this one. To be together on this day. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
To be together on this day. Ine matov, umanayim, sheberachim, gam yachad. Ine matov, umanayim, sheberachim, gam yachad. One more time on the echo. Rabbi Fixler, are you ready? How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
To be together on this day. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
To be together on this day. Here we go. Ine matov, umanayim, sheberachim, gam yachad. Ine matov, umanayim, sheberachim, gam yachad.
All right, thank you, Cantor. It is really good to see everybody's faces, or almost everybody's faces. I'm so glad that we're together. It's been a good year and a strange year, certainly in the last few weeks. This is not the way that any of us expected that the school year was going to go. Certainly not the way that any of us expected we'd be able to close out a year of learning together. But you know, the thing that I would like us to start our evening's contemplation with, and also the things that I'd sort of like to start leaving you with as we make our way into the weeks ahead, is that our aim for this program is to equip you all with a lot of different tools, with certainly a sense of knowledge and familiarity with Jewish text and Jewish ideas, to make you feel closer to each other, closer to the synagogue, fill you with a sense of confidence in your Jewish life and your Jewish self. But I think one of the skills that we don't talk a lot about is that I hope that the work that we do together builds inside you sort of an engine that helps generate Jewish creativity and curiosity. That one of the things that I think has made Jewish life so enduring for so long is that that sense of Jewish creativity and curiosity allows us to sort of make sense of and make meaning of whatever circumstances we have found ourselves in, wherever we've lived all over the world and throughout the ages. So this time in our lives, this time in our city and in our community has made demands on everybody to be more curious and to be more creative. And my sense already in watching what different communities are doing to respond to this pandemic is that those communities that are more curious and more creative and more flexible are the ones that tend to be doing better in dealing with the challenges that the pandemic is throwing at us. So as we make our way deeper into the ritual we're going to share tonight and deeper into the Jewish learning that awaits us ahead of us, I hope that those built-in skills of Jewish innovation, Jewish entrepreneurship, and Jewish curiosity, a desire to learn and explore and grow what's going on in the world and how we can use it to make meaning in our own selves will stay with us here and wherever we go from this place. It has been a great year learning together with you. I'm sorry that we didn't get more chance to spend together in person, but I'm really looking forward to the time when we finally get to come back together physically so that we can rejoin our community and bring it back to the health and strength that we have known before.
So I was asked to teach a little bit of Torah. I'm here in the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom because I believe the Torah is the best defense against the dark arts. And the Torah cycle is a weird thing because whenever we open up the Torah to our week's Torah portion, often it seems like this Torah portion was written for exactly the moment that we're living in. And the Torah portion for this week is called Tazria Mitzorah. Did anyone have Tazria Mitzorah as their bar bat mitzvah portion? Any of you lucky devils have Tazria Mitzorah? None of you? All right. Well, Tazria Mitzorah is about plagues. It is about this plague called Tzara'at, which was highly contagious, and you could catch it on your body, and you could catch it in the walls of your house, and it was when someone got it, they had to be separated out from the community for a time, and the community had to take care of them, but from a distance until such a time as they could come back into the community because they were cleansed. So, needless to say, this feels like the perfect Torah portion to read for this week. And the piece I wanted to share with you is this very strange moment. So, in addition to getting tzara'at on your skin, the walls of your house, the plaster of your house can also contract tzara'at, can get this disease, which like now we understand maybe it was something like mold. And when you thought that your house had tzara'at, you'd see the mold, then the Torah says that you're supposed to go to the priest and you're supposed to declare to the priest this line. I'm going to share my screen with you. Hopefully this will work. Here we go. Okay, you're supposed to share with the priest this line. It says that you are supposed to say that Kenega nir ali babayit, that there is something like a plague that has appeared on the walls of my house. And what's weird about this is that you're pretty certain you saw the mold, you saw it, you went to the priest, but you're commanded to say something like a plague is on my house. And the rabbis were super curious. Why is it that you have to say something like a plague and you can't just say, hey, priest, there's a plague. Can you come and diagnose it so that we can make arrangements? And I found this beautiful commentary that I absolutely love from Rabbi Eliyahu Mizrahi, who says that this is a moral lesson. And he says that even in the event of certainty about impurity, even when you're absolutely sure that it's the plague, you should declare it as doubtful. You should say, I'm not sure. And then he quotes this line from our tradition that says, thus the sages have stated, teach your tongue to say, I don't know. And it's really hard to admit when you don't know something. My daughter, who's 2.5, has already learned that lesson. So if you ask her, do you know where we're going today? She automatically says yes. She doesn't know where we're going today. She has no idea, but she instinctively says yes. She doesn't say, I don't know. And somehow in her 2.5 years on this earth, she's already learned the lesson that you shouldn't say, I don't know. But it's a really good practice to know how to say, I don't know, to know to say, I don't have all the answers. And so it seems like the Torah is teaching us that even when we feel really certain about something, there's a spiritual practice. There's something good to be learned from starting the position of, I'm not certain. When we're certain, then we can't get any new information. Then we think we have all the answers. And it's only when we're open to the possibility that we don't have all the answers that we can learn something. And this is a really strange and scary time where we are living with our own version of Tzara'at, our own plague that is traveling around our community. And there's a lot we don't know. We don't know when we're going to get to be together again in person. We don't know how this is going to affect people, both the actual health and sickness piece and the financial implications. We don't know how long this is going to take until there is a vaccine. We don't know if we're getting the best information always. And that is scary. It is scary, and it is hard to say, I don't know. And the lesson that I want to leave you with on this, our last evening of upper school together, is that it can also be a powerful opportunity for humility and learning and growth to practice the spiritual skill of saying, I don't know. Being aware now more than ever that we don't have all the answers, that we don't know what the future can hold, and that what we do have the opportunity to do is to control those things in our lives that we can control, to control how we're treating other people, to control how we're taking care of people who need taken care of, to control how we're holding ourselves in this time. And part of how we learn to do that is by teaching our tongue to say, I don't know. So I know that you come to upper school expecting to learn things and to be able to say less frequently, I don't know. But I hope that one of the skills that you learn here at upper school, one of the skills you're practicing this summer until we are able to meet again, is the spiritual skill of saying, I don't know.
Beautiful. Thank you, Rabbi Fixler. You know, the other piece is that Rabbi Fixler talked about the things that we can control. Judaism, of course, is a system of mitzvot, of sacred obligations, and each and every time we pause to say a blessing, we become more acutely aware of what's going on in our life. And for many of you, as you are coming upon the end of this year, this school year, and for some of you, the end of your formal religious school learning at Helfman, it's a beautiful time to pause and to be thankful and to recognize that it's not ending how we anticipated that it's ending, but there is a lot to celebrate in the growth of hopefully your bodies and your minds and your spirits. And we thank God, who is the source of our life, for bringing us to this moment, for spreading over us a Sukkot Shlomecha, a covering of peace, of protection. Even though we don't always feel calm, we know that we can find comfort in people who love us, in a religious community that is always there for us, and we hope for Torah that is ever a lamp guiding us forward. So Baruch atah Adonai, blessed are you, God, who hears our prayers. We ask that you be with us and bless us in the days that are to come, whatever they may bring, and to know that there will be goodness in them. Amen.
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 So to close today, I wanted to say first, thank you for including me in your circle. It's really an honor to be here with you all, and I just think it's really special that we have this circle. And so I pray for peace. We're going to sing a prayer for peace that we all know, and let these familiar melodies be something we carry with us, and the connections that you have to everyone on your screen right now. Take that with you and hold it in your heart. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Oh, yeah, say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru, imru, amen. Yeah, say shalom. Yeah, say shalom. Shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Yeah, say shalom. Yeah, say shalom. Shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Yeah, say shalom. Yeah, say shalom. Shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Yeah, say shalom. Yeah, say shalom. Shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Yeah, say shalom. Yeah, say shalom. Shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael.
Thank you so much, Cantor, for the beautiful music, and rabbis for the beautiful words. We are getting ready to open the breakout rooms for the learning portion of our class. If you have any difficulties, please click the button that says leave the room and come back to the main room, and somebody will be here to help you. But for now, just make sure that when you receive the invitation to join the breakout room, that you go ahead and click those. It was wonderful to be together, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Tune in this Friday night for our high school graduation Shabbat. We're going to hear beautiful words from all of our seniors, and it's going to be a really wonderful opportunity to celebrate them. You can tune in on Facebook Live, even if you're not a Facebook member, but we would love to have you join us to pray. It's going to be really beautiful.